Namaskar. Welcome to Kundaliconsult. In some of the old classics, including Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra, there is a mention that the ancient wisdom flows through three books: Hora, Hora Shastra, and Samhita. Hora is nothing but the study of astronomy, the determination of which planets, which grahas are where. Then comes Hora Shastra, which is astrology. And finally comes Samhita. Samhita is nothing but recitals of various methods of pujas, story about gods and goddesses, and the rituals. And therefore there's a sequence, which is Hora, Hora Shastra, and Samhita, which essentially means to understand Hora Shastra or astrology, you first need to understand Hora or astronomy, because you cannot work out the charts without understanding the placement of planets. And once you have understood astrology, then you start understanding the rituals and rituals. Now, if you understand this flow and sequence, what is not written in classics, and therefore means that it is to be understood, is that these rituals and the Samhita basically follows from astrology. And therefore, many of the customs and rituals of Vedic age has a basis or some kind of basis of astrology to make people's life better. Now, obviously, the common people who do not understand a lot of astrology and how it is flowing. Therefore, there were stories woven with these rituals, and those became established over a period of time. Now, I'm not talking of the customs and the religion customs and the rituals which have come in last few hundred of years. I'm talking of the Vedic age rituals and customs in Mahabharata and Ramayana, and those periods, those customs and rituals which are mentioned in Samhitas and which flow from them. And today I will pick up one small Hindu culture, which is, why does a married woman in Hindu culture, in Vedic culture, wear Sindoor or vermilion? Now, if you go back, probably there is one reference of a story which is associated to it to explain to the normal people, and that is in Valimiki's Ramayana. Now, in Ramayana, when Ram and Sita come back and they stay in Ayodhya, one day Hanumanji goes into Mata Sita's room, and he finds that Sita ji is applying vermilion or Sindoor on her forehead. And he asks, why are you applying Sindoor on your forehead? And Sita ji replies that it is for long life of your husband, of my husband, and your Swami, Ram. That's probably the only place where there is a story or some kind of a, if you may say, a reasoning given for applying vermilion. But that is just to impress upon people who do not understand how the things flow, how the rituals flow, how they flow from Hora to Hora Shastra to Samhita, a story which they can easily understand and follow it. But believe me, with each of these rituals and customs which are coming in Samhita have got a reasoning, which is not written because people who read Samhita after understanding Hora Shastra will probably make it up. So let me talk about my interpretation of this wearing of Sindoor for married women. Now, the day you are married, that day the Libra sign of your horoscopes gets activated. And therefore, as long as you are living with your spouse, Libra is always activated in your life. Why Libra? Because Libra is the 7th house of Kal Purush Kundali, which is for marriage, which is for spouse. So the day you are married, Libra gets permanently activated in your life till you are living with your spouse, or in this case, husband. Now, if you understand Libra, in Libra, Saturn or Shani is exalted, which means the day Libra is activated, automatically your Shani becomes very powerful. And Shani is a karak for grief. Shani in your body is also associated with hair. Hair on your head, dark black. Shani is associated with black color, and hair on your head is associated with Shani. Now, in olden times, and in most of the women even today, keep long hair, which means Shani is present in your body in abundance. So the day Libra is activated, and therefore Shani becomes very powerful since he's exalted in Libra. Shani also gets automatically activated. And who controls Shani? Mars. Mars is again exalted in the sign of Capricorn, which is owned by Shani or Saturn. And in Shastras at various places it comes that the only planet which can control Saturn is Mars. And Sindoor, vermilion, red color is associated with Mars. You put Mars on your forehead between your partings of your hair. So you are putting Mars between your hair, parting of your hair, which is Shani, to control Saturn, which gets automatically activated that day of the day of marriage. So in a sense, from your marriage time till you're with your spouse, because you keep long hair, your Saturn is activated, because your Libra is activated, and in Libra, Saturn is of exaltation. So therefore, most power, you control that by applying vermilion. That is Sindoor. Now connect it with Valmiki's Ramayana and understand what the sage is trying to tell you so subtly. It could have been anybody who could have asked Sita why you're applying vermilion, but it was Hanumanji. Why Hanumanji? Hanumanji, if you read Shastras, in some point in time in life, in various incidents, controls Mars and or represents Mars in many of the Shastras, and also was successful in controlling Shani. So you are using Mars to control Shani. And that is why probably Valmiki ji used a conversation between Sita with respect to husband, which is Libra, to Hanumanji, which is Mars. So now you understand why on the day of marriage or from the day of marriage, married women written in Samhita are asked to apply vermilion on your forehead. Incidentally, the same Kalpurish Kundli that I am using to explain Libra, the forehead or the head where hair is there stands for Aries, and Aries is a own sign of Mars. So once again, you are using Mars to control Saturn, which gets activated from the day of your marriage. In fact, that is why if you see in olden times, your grandmothers and their mothers and all, and even now the old age women, they keep telling you, please tie your hair and keep. Why tie your hair? Because loose hair, full volume loose hair is your Saturn. When you're tying hair, you're trying to keep Saturn under control. And that is the essence of keeping your hair tied and neat all the time, that our grandmothers and grandfathers and older age people have been telling, and as a custom it is followed through. And it has been given various stories, but the essence, real essence is this. So question may arise, if Libra gets activated, why only women, why not men? Two reasons. One, Libra is a sign of Venus, and therefore Venus is associated with women. Therefore, it activates more powerfully for women, and that's why importance to women. Two, generally men, except the sages, I leave those people out, from older times have been having their hair cut, which means naturally, by being of that gender and getting their hair cut from time to time, you are anyway trying to keep Saturn under control. Incidentally, if your Mars is afflicted in men, then you tend to argue with your barber or be not happy about your haircut every time. Check that out. I hope you liked this video. Do follow me on Telegram to get regular updates on various aspects of astrology. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that once the subscriber base goes up, I can even put written stuff in my YouTube also, along with my Twitter handle of Kundaliconsult and Telegram, where I update regularly. In due course, I will share some of these customs and rituals which come from the original classics, and try to interpret from those to you as to why they are written the way they are written. Thank you and namaskar once again.